Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from eTrailer, and today we are at the Diode Dynamics open house, and they're right down the street from our Wentzville location at eTrailer in Missouri. It's definitely a fantastic facility and also a lot of great cars. And they offer lighting for a bunch of different applications. So whether you're doing overlanding, you want to add it to your vehicle with specific brackets, or really just get the best lighting for your passenger vehicle or side by side, there's lots of different options. So let's take a look at them. So you'll find these in motorsports. In fact, rally driving, lighting is definitely key because you're racing at night and in inclement weather. So if you can see better, you can drive better. And here's a great application of their lights on a rally car. I'm here with Juan, and you do rallying with your Subaru, right?
Absolutely.
And mounted up front, you have diode lights. And
100%.
the rally cars see a lot of wear and tear, hold up to a lot of different rough conditions. How have these done for you?
So I've had these on my car for probably somewhere in the ballpark about 4 or 5 years now. And legitimately, it's probably one of the only electrical things I haven't had a problem with. Like, this car has gone through a lot. And legitimate, you can even see, like, these have been hit before. Some of my powder coat has come off a little bit. And, like, legitimately, lenses aren't cracked, the housing continue to work. I've never even had an issue with the wiring that came with them, which is actually, I used their whole kit to wire it up because it was before I did any sort of motorsports wiring or anything like that.
Now, speaking on that wiring, you installed it yourself, I would assume.
100%.
So you got to handle all the wires.
Yeah.
Compared to other electrical or wiring out there on any other lights, any word on that?
Legitimately, so this was actually the first ever wiring project that I did. And basically, they make it as simple as possible. Like, if you have a car with an actual kit, everything is as plug and play as can be. It literally just replaces factory stuff, or you might have a little harness. I actually used to have their fog light HID kit. I had one too many boops, and those kind of got ripped out. Not their fault. It was 100% my fault. But long story short is that it really was basically about a 30-minute install, most of it. Basically, they're one of the companies that I've bought their product and actually been able to truly have zero complaints about. When you actually look out at any stage rally here in the Midwest, a quarter of the cars, if not half of them, are running Diode Dynamic lights. Some are sponsored, some are not. Between the fact that Diode supports this community, and that support of the community is what's really helped them dial in their products, make sure that they don't fail. It's just all made into reasonably bulletproof products. When you're really building something, whether it's a show car, a race car, whatever, it's a lot of effort to do some of these things. Like, I mentioned how easy it is. It's easy, but it's still effort that you don't want to keep doing over and over and over again. And if you're just an enthusiast, you really want to do it once and then enjoy it and then keep spending your money on other things. So
buy once, cry once, and that's definitely this product. I have them on my own personal vehicle. Once you handle them, you know that they're high quality. And then 100%. As far as the lighting, that's when you really see the difference. And so tell me about it. When you're rally crossing, you do drive at nighttime. This is also something that you daily drive, so you're out on back roads. So tell me about the lighting that you have and what you experience with it.
Yeah, so once a year, our region hosts a nightly rally cross, or a night rally cross, where the idea is that we start running at dusk and it runs through the night. So one of the biggest things about that for me, and why I actually ended up getting this whole setup, was because when you're going at 45-degree angle sideways in the dirt, you really can't see where you're going if everything's pointed forward. And so, and likewise also, if you just have stock lighting, it's pretty bad. And I had my Hella 500 Black Magics, which, to their credit, fantastic for what they are. They just weren't for my application. It looks kind of dumb sitting here, but legitimately, doesn't matter which direction my car is facing. It can be in a field in the middle of the night, no lights, no nothing. But you can absolutely see out of the corner of your eye where your car is headed. The amount of light they can project is kind of dumbfounding, because the first time you ever get it out into an open space where you can really see that casting distance, like where we're standing right now, it would light up those trees over there. So you can see that little glint of a deer's eye as they're sitting there.
Well, and he mentioned driving in back roads, and that's where I've seen the difference. It's just on my passenger car, but it is a fun car, and there's deer. When it's, it's starting to be wintertime, you'll see deer everywhere, and that's something that reaction time's everything. And whether it be racing or daily driving, the further ahead you look, the better. But if you don't have the lights to get you there, it's not, you're not going to be able to see that. And that's where these make a huge difference.
And especially on older model cars. Like, newer cars, the lighting's pretty okay. But on these 2000s where you're still running halogens,
It's almost laughable, too, when you have them on driving and then you shut them off. Sometimes you go, are my headlights even on, and that's the difference. These really are that bright. Well, Juan, thank you so much for taking the time to show us your rally car, give us a ride, and give us a little bit of insight into long-term ownership of the Diode lights. Appreciate it. So while out here, we got to see a lot of different applications of lights, whether it be, obviously we have side-by-sides, rally cars, or everything in between. And it's really hard to find anyone that would ever say anything negative towards these lights. And that's really what it comes down to, is it's such a good product, it essentially sells itself. And I think once you take a look at these lights, you'll see exactly why that's the case. A great time at Diode Dynamics headquarters at the open house in St. Charles, Missouri. Thanks for hanging with us.